Yo, what is up everybody? Welcome to Foxhill Outdoors. If you guys are new to the channel, please consider subscribing. We're pushing towards 1,000 subscribers, and it would really mean a lot to me if we can get there. So for today's video, guys, I'm doing something I've never done before. I'm cooking wild turkey thighs. Of all the turkeys that I've hunted and killed over the years, I personally have never tried cooking the thighs for myself. Like many turkey hunters, people don't use the thighs. I'm one of those types. That's just how I was raised to hunt turkeys. I personally do not know a single person that actually eats and uses those turkey thighs. So one of my goals for this year was to change that. I want to use as much of that bird as I possibly can. So instead of just breasting it out and discarding the rest, I also save the thighs. So the method I wanted to use today was low and slow in the crock pot. I wanted to make barbecue pulled turkey. It's a really simple recipe. It's as simple as an onion, carrots, celery, your meat, some water, and then the crock pot. So for starters, I quartered up an onion, put it in the crock pot. I then put a few celery stalks in there. You don't have to cut up the carrots if you don't want to. You can put them in there whole. You can cut them into big chunks. I'm using these carrot chips because they were already sliced up for my son, and he didn't want them. From there, I put the meat in the crock pot and then fill it to the top with water. Put it on high for 8 hours. In the original clip, I actually put it on low, which I caught that mistake luckily. Put your crock pot on high. If you have a timer on your crock pot, set it for 8 hours, although you may have to cook it for longer. Alright folks, so this is the end product. This is the same bowl that I pulled them out of the crock pot and put them in whole. It kind of looks like pork to me, and it honestly unseasoned. It was just cooking in water and then those vegetables. That's it. It almost tastes like a piece of beef to me. So it's definitely very good. Quite a bit of meat here, considering it was just 2 wild turkey legs. So now I'm going to put a little bit of barbecue sauce in this, and I'm going to mix it up by hand. I'm going to be using Sweet Baby Ray's Honey Barbecue. So I'm going to finish this up and then I'll get back to you guys when I'm done. Alright guys, the end product. I didn't show you the process of me shredding it up. It's pretty straightforward. Just let the meat cool a little bit, shred it by hand. And then after that I added in the barbecue sauce, and I ended up using a pair of tongs to kind of mix it in towards the end. Hopefully it looks pretty good on camera, but it looks amazing and it tastes even better. So I'm actually going to be eating this on homemade bread. Didn't do a video on the homemade bread, but maybe in the future I will. So leave me a comment down below if you want to see a video on how to make homemade bread. So I'm going to give it the old taste test with the homemade bread. Oh man. I mean, honestly, it doesn't taste that much different than pulled pork. Obviously, the barbecue sauce kind of overpowers the overall flavor of it, but even texture-wise, it's not gamey. It's not tough. It's not chewy. Like, it's honestly, if you cook it right, the meat should be already peeling away from the bone when you go to remove it and let it cool before you start peeling it off the bone by hand. If you just cook it long enough, it's going to fall off the bone. That is really good. And I'm ashamed of myself, 100% ashamed of myself for not trying this sooner. This is amazing. You guys need to start keeping your turkey legs, your thighs. You need to keep them, cook them in a stock pot, cook them in a crock pot. Just start it in the morning before you go to work, or if it's a weekend like it is right now at the time of this film, just start it when you first wake up. Let it go for about 8 hours. I think I ended up cooking it about 8.5 hours maybe before cutting the heat, pulling the meat out to let it cool. 8.5 hours. And of that time, I maybe spent an hour, not even an hour, maybe 30 or 45 minutes of total actual work to get this done. The rest of the day, I've been outside playing with little Fox. You guys need to try this for yourself. If you guys enjoyed this video and you want to see more cooking videos, subscribe to the channel. Let me know in the comment section if you enjoyed it. I really appreciate your guys' feedback. Hope you guys enjoyed this, and have a good one.